Welcome to Booze on the Rocks, and today we're going to make a spicy Mexican mule. Now this is a variation of a classic Moscow mule, which in itself had 3 ingredients: vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer. And that's sort of the base template for any mule variation. However, this one swaps out the base spirit for vodka for some form of tequila. Now I'm using an Altos Omelka Gold tequila. We are going to use your standard ginger beer, of course, but I'm using some Fever Tree. Your next ingredient, of course, is your lime juice, because you need some limes. And we're going to spice it up using some jalapeno peppers. And what that'll do is that'll give you some zip, as well as the earthy flavors that'll blend really well with the tequila. Now this is a build in the glass cocktail, so grab yourself your glass of choice. I'm using a rocks glass. It's 12 ounces or 360 milliliters. And you're gonna start with your jalapeno there. And what we are going to do is we are going to cut 4 slices, 2 of which we'll use for the garnish, and 2 of which we'll use to put into the glass and muddle those. Once you're done muddling your jalapenos, what we'll do is throw the ice on top. So what will happen is the jalapenos will be trapped at the bottom and they will continuously emit the oils and the flavors from the seeds, as well as the main part of the body, which will give us that spicy feel. So your next ingredient now will be your lime juice. However, what you want to do there is cut this in half, because we need ½ ounce of lime juice, which is approximately 1/2 of a lime, and you'll just squeeze it over the top. Now your third ingredient is your tequila of choice. Now you can use a Blanco tequila, which is a silver tequila, or you could use a Reposado tequila. I'm using a gold tequila, but you could even use an añejo tequila, although I would stick or stay away from that. And I say that just because those new ounces that you might be looking for are going to get lost. But we're going to use a full pour of 2 ounces or 60 milliliters. Of course, your next ingredient is your ginger beer of choice, and the ginger beer that you use will definitely alter the flavor of any Moscow Mule variation that you do. And the reason I say that is there's some Jamaican ginger beers that are very, very spicy. The Fever Tree's got a good spice level to it. It's one of the things I like about it. But there are some that are less spicy and that are more overly sweet. So it's something to think about when you're making your own cocktail. Anyways, you need about 4 ounces or 120 milliliters. Once you've done this, you're going to just give this a little bit of a stir with a spoon or a straw like I happen to have here. However, you're going to garnish this next with a lime wheel and your 2 jalapeno slices. And once you've done that, you have yourself your spicy Mexican mule. Oh yeah. It is ginger beer forward. You get the earthiness of the jalapenos with that little bit of zip and spice added to everything. The lime juice, you don't really notice. The tequila blends in well. And if you don't like spicy versions of this, just take out the jalapenos. This is a good 7 out of 10 cocktail. And if you like cocktails like this, take a look after the recipe card right over here.